Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Chris here today. We are looking ahead to the NBA slate for DraftKings for the 8th of October for Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys all had a pretty good day in the NBA yesterday. Like I said, if you guys go ahead and like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also, like I said, we are getting closer to our 5,100 sub goal. So, like I said, we're only about two or three away. Like I said, if a couple more of you guys could hit that subscribe button, would definitely appreciate that. Like I said, we're going to be doing DraftKings Fanduel, and Prize Picks videos breaking down everything for you guys. So definitely don't miss out on that. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss out on anything. Like I said, we break down all the slates for you guys. Um, anyway, if you guys want to come join us for premium, we'll keep it short. We have a $5 day pass for FanDuel or DraftKings. You get two lineups for only $5. If you want to do the rest of the NBA preseason, it's going to be $10, and that will be your choice of FanDuel or DraftKings. And same thing, two lineups per day. If you want to get in on that, check us out on our Twitter. That'll be in the comment section below. Click that link; it will take you to our Twitter. Give us a follow while you guys are there. Like I said, there has been a lot of you guys that have been following me recently, and I really appreciate it. So give us a follow, and like I said, we'll message you guys if you guys want to get it set up on premium. Like I said, email us as well if you don't have Twitter. And another thing that we are going to be doing for the regular season this year is you're going to be having your regular membership, monthly and season pass. But what we're going to do with them is we are going to be providing your regular lineups, but also each day, if you are subscribed to our monthly or season pass, you are also going to get our personal player pool of about 3 to 4 players per position. So you do have our own personal lineups, but also you get our player pool, and you guys can mix and choose whoever you want with our personal player pool. And trust me, like I said, we can only make so many lineups, but if you guys use our player pool as well, you guys can make some really solid lineups. So come join us for that. So let's get in on DraftKings. We're going to go slightly quick through these games. The big thing is minutes for these guys. So we got San Antonio Spurs is the first one. Let's go look. Spurs did play a game already. They did rest a lot of their starters. And when their starters did play game one last year, they played about 20, 22 minutes. Younger guys getting a couple more minutes, but for the most part, well rounded. And let's pop over here. We do have the starting lineup for the Spurs. Sorry about all the advertisements, but the Spurs, we got Castle, Harper, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and Victor as your projected starters there. I don't have really a ton. I think Harper could be worth a look. If he starts, like I said, if he plays 20 minutes, he's a really good player. His usage rate's going to be pretty high. He likes to shoot the ball, so I don't mind him. Um, if we get any word that Vessel or any, a couple of these guys are out, you could go look at Bryant as well. Carter Bryant, another guy that's really cheap that can go get you, 17, 18 minutes and has a slightly high usage rate. Um, but like I said, we'll just have to see who's playing and who's not. If Sokum's out and Kelly's out, like I said, Luke Cornett could be worth a look again. Even Victor. Is there any people that I really want on this team? No. But I mean, on for DraftKings, like I said, uh, I think Bryant could be, like I said, Bryant worth a look. If Vessel or Castle, one of them start, maybe you could look at them. But for the most part, not much going on. Over here on the Miami side, they are, I think, in game three now. And game three is kind of where they started ramping it up. And I know, like, it's a little bit different depending on how many games you have, but it looks like the Heat may ramp them up here. So either two things are going to happen because, like I said, the starters have played both the games. So either A, they're going to rest their starters here, and they're just going to play a lot of their bench players because a couple of their bench players are getting healthy now, and a couple of their rookies are going to probably play tomorrow. I mean, sorry, today. So we will see. They could just say, "Hey, our rookies are, people are healthy. We're going to rest them." Who knows? If they don't rest Bam and a couple of those guys, well, as you see in game three, it started kind of going up with their minutes, playing a little bit in the second half. We'll see if they do that in this one. But so far, Jovic is getting a little bit more run than most. Bam's getting a little less run. But another guy that is very interesting, and like I said, I only say this is a GPP play because we're dealing with it this year again. We dealt with it the last 2 years, and we're dealing with it again. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But he's doing it again. Um, and I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, Mr. Ware. Ah, So he's not starting. He's coming off the bench. They don't have anything. Well, here he is, right here. Ware contributed 18 points, he shot 15 times, 13 rebounds in 23 minutes in the preseason loss. And then the time before that, 10 points, 9 rebounds in 18 minutes. So um, they raised his minutes up a little bit, so it's tricky. Are they going to keep him around, 21 to 24 minutes off the bench, or are they going to start him in this one over Jovic, or is Bam going to sit and then Ware starts? I have no idea, but I kind of want a little bit of exposure to Ware. Kind of the same thing yesterday with Trey Jones and Porter. Oh man, Porter. I was going to go Porter, but Ball coming off the bench kind of screwed me over, and I thought maybe they weren't going to play Porter as much, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking at with Ware. I think Ware could be make or break. 6,300. He's not the cheapest, but still, if Bam's out or something, or even if he's not out, Ware still worth a look in some GPPs. All right, let's just say a couple of these starters, let's talk, a couple of these guys, sit like Powell and Wiggins, and let's just say Mitchell and Larson, guys like that play. Larson comes into play at $3,000. Another guy, Rozier and a lot of these guys sit. Only if a couple of these guys sit is Kasparis. Don't know how to say his last name, but in preseason he was shooting pretty good. Hasn't played yet, so we'll see how many minutes they put him at. They're probably going to ramp him up, but in the future I think he's going to be a half decent pick to be looking at. So that's what we're looking at there. If their Miami's going to play their starters, 20 to 23 minutes, then Bam and Jovic is in play or Ware, whoever starts. Um, but I just have a weird feeling they might, bench Powell or Wiggins here for this one. I don't know. We'll just have to see, if Wiggins or Bam or Powell plays. We'll just have to see. All right, Boston and Memphis in this one. So I think for the most part, Boston played their starters about 18 to 20 minutes. Some of the younger stars last year, Peyton Pritchard, some of them got extended run. So I expect guys like, if Brown plays and Derek White to get a little bit less minutes. So Peyton Pritchard is a really good look at 6,400. I could see them playing a lot. If he's coming off the bench, I mean, shoot, why not give him 20 plus minutes? So Pritchard's definitely on my radar. And that's really it so far that I'm looking at. I don't really have any, I'll just go show you guys real quick, but I'm just not really caring for too much going on. And like I said, with Boston already being kind of all over the place because of with Brown coming back and Tatum, we'll see how many minutes they play. So let's go look at it from the last, and like I said, about 19, 20 minutes. So first half, and that's mostly it for these guys. So guys like Brown could be okay, but I don't know. Peyton Pritchard's probably, like I said, the one I'm going to be looking at. And like I said, if you go and look, Jordan Walsh 25 minutes, Peyton Pritchard 24 minutes. So they gave a couple of their young guys some run, but overall it's pretty balanced. And then Memphis, they are in game two, I think. And another one we're going to have to see. I don't think they're really going to play their guys a ton. It's going to be about the same as it was last time, about 18 to 21 minutes. Ty Jerome could be an okay play again. Scottie Pippen could be okay off the bench, but these guys just didn't get a lot of minutes. They were productive. I mean, most of them were productive besides this dude, Jalen Welch, which screwed me over hard. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops off today. That always happens to me. But over here at the center position, yeah, once again, I mean, if Zach Edey's out, Jaren Jackson's out, PJ Hall is another guy that I mentioned him last time. Jack Landell, PJ Hall, and Jock Landell are two guys you're going to want to look at. But PJ Hall, more of a GPP draft, a Fanduel play because of his side, but still, he's not a bad. Don't mind a couple plays from that one. All right, moving on to Utah and Houston. So Utah has already announced a lot of players out. Collier is probably not going to play. Flowowski's not going to play. Kessler, Markkinen, and Gorgeous Niang. I think they're all going to be out in this one. So projected lineup is George, Sensabaugh, Ace Bailey, Hendricks, and Nurk. So I don't mind it. Let's go look at Jazz real quick and see how they did in their first preseason game last year. Like I said, they're going to be probably playing a lot of their younger guys a lot more minutes. I mean, Jazz are in a weird spot. They got a lot of young kids and then some couple older guys that they, Collins did go get out of there though. So as you see here, Marketing play 24, Hendricks play 23, Keontae George 25, Cody Williams 27. So some of the younger guys played a little bit more. So Sensabaugh is probably going to play a little bit. Keontae George, Taylor Hendricks. So I don't mind as a couple of these Utah guys, especially with all these guys being out. I wouldn't be surprised if Houston, if Utah gives their guys a little bit extra run. So George, guys like Clayton could also come into play. Walter Clayton if he gets a little bit of run. Um, Sensabaugh at 4,200 is really cheap. Bailey, maybe he does something, but his shooting's been all over the place, but his usage rate is pretty high. Then you got, like you said, once again, you got Cody Williams. He could have productive time, but he's not really the greatest player. The one I'm really interested in here is Taylor Hendricks, sorry, without Marketing and Slavowski and Gorgeous Niang. There's just not a lot, so him and Tiashabi, Mobamba, maybe a couple of these guys get a little extra run. All right, moving on to the Houston side. I expect them to play their guys about what they did last time, about 22 to 23, 24 minutes. KD's going to be back in this one. The only one that's probably going to be out is Adams, but once again, I don't mind looking at, Kevin Durant, Sengun, the main guys. Another one I want to look at here is JD Davidson, sorry, he used to play for Boston. He's really trying to compete with Reed Shepherd. He shot 6 for 9 last time out, and as you see here, 17 points, 6 for 9, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He literally did everything. Had 22 minutes at $3,700. JD Davison is an absolute steal on DraftKings. I would play him all day, every day. So look at him, 100%. Another guy, I wouldn't play him a lot, but I just want to say Aaron Holiday, for some weird reason, I forgot how many shots it was, but it was over like 9 or 10 shots he attempted in 20 minutes, and that's not Aaron Holiday. He's not a shooter, so I don't know why he attempted so many shots. That's more he does sometimes in the regular season. Easton may sit here, so might give guys like Tate a little extra run. Jabari Smith, once again, all right option off the bench. Adams probably not going to play. Sorry, not off the bench, but Jabari Smith is 3,300. But overall, a couple Houston guys I'm really liking in that one. All right, moving on to Portland and Golden State. So let's go look at Portland real quick. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys staying here. It's a little bit longer video as normal, but I'm trying to give you guys everything. Um, and go in depth into it a little bit more than other people may. So this year, so last year they had 3 preseason games, so they had to play their starters a little bit more. This year they're going to have 4, so they have one extra one. So this is their first one for the Blazers. And this is weird. So Blazers last year, young guys, 31 minutes, 30, 27, 25, 24. What in the world's going on? So I think the Blazers are going to be your kind of your GPP play. What are they going to do here? Who are they going to play? I don't expect Holiday to play a lot of minutes. Sharp could definitely get some run here. Got Rupert. He's not the greatest, but guys like Rupert could probably. Sharp's definitely on the radar. It's just we're kind of having to pick and choose and see who's going to get the run. Denny Avila is a slight veteran now, so I don't know if he's going to play. I could see Thibault getting some run off the bench, but he's not really a big high usage guy, so I don't know how much I really want him. Kamara could be, pretty good off the bench. Grant's getting a little older; he's not going to play a ton. Klingman not looking bad. If Robert Williams is out, you can go look at Dewap Reith. He's a slight veteran now. They might go give Yang a little bit extra run. If you guys don't know who he is, he's one of their first round picks, and maybe give him some run. But for the most part, if the starters are going to play half decent minutes, I think Klingman's worth a look. Sharp is worth a look. Like I said, some of these younger guys, for sure, and Kamara. So don't mind a couple Portland players. Golden State's going to be the same as last time. Kerr already said they're going to limit the starters. Everyone's going to play, so starters are probably going to play 14 to 16 minutes. I don't really have a ton from this game. If you're looking at anything, if Moody comes off the bench, I'll look at Moody. If Kuminga comes off the bench, maybe Kuminga. But these guys just didn't really play a ton of minutes, and no one really stuck out crazy to me. All right, moving on to our last game is Toronto and Sacramento. So Toronto is in their second game of the season. Let's go check them out real quick. All right, here we are. So yeah, let's go check them out. So they are in game 2. They did play 5 last year. I think they're at 5 or 6 this year. But starters played about 20 minutes first half. Some of the younger kids played a little extra longer, like Grady Dick and Davion Mitchell. Starters played about normal minutes. But guys like Barnes and Ingram, if they play, they can definitely get their minutes. Jacob Poeltl is out again. I do like Sandro. Sandro, if you guys go look at the box score last time for Toronto, Sandro actually looked pretty good even in limited minutes. Mongo did get the start, but Sandro is a pretty good solid player at 3,400. Only if Poeltl is out again. Um, but yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, Barnes, Ingram, they're all worth a look. You know, they're all good plays. Even Jamal Shed, if one of these guys are out, could be a good play. But I don't expect any Toronto guys to be out of. But if they are, Jamal Shed could be a really good option. All right, moving on to our last one is Sacramento. Just real quick for you guys um, to go finish it off. So yeah, see, not much has really changed from the Kings. They changed a couple players, but nothing too crazy. I there was like I said, they are doing a little bit more stuff in camp. They've been really been running. I've seen a lot of reports that they've really been doing a lot more. Christie's kind of been getting on them, so we'll see. First preseason's last time, 17, 18 minutes or so. Veterans didn't really play a lot, so I don't really expect a ton from the veterans once again here. A couple of the younger guys played. I mean, not younger guys. Alex Lynn, 21 minutes. That's weird. Boogie Ellis, never heard of him, but not much going on with the Sacramento side really in this one. So let's go make a slight dummy lineup for you guys, the skeleton lineup. Pick and choose a couple players for you. All right, at the point guard position, I really don't mind going back to the well with Thompson. I know he wasn't the greatest, but and also you got to remember he is 8,000. So, but they are going to start getting minutes, so I don't mind him. Sharp, I think, is in a good spot. Pritchard's more of a P play at 6,400 because of his price. Keontae George is a solid cash game play at 5,900. Expect him to get like some 20, 23 minutes. Collier is going to be out, so that's going to help out well. What else we got? Davison, as I mentioned, for Houston is another good play at only 3,700. Let's go look at the shooting guards real quick. Once again, we got Thompson, really good spot. Peyton Pritchard, Keontae George. We mentioned most of these guys. Harper, Shepard, maybe, but I really like Davison. Sensabaugh at only 42 is in a pretty solid spot as well. And that's mostly that area. All right, moving on to the small forward. Sorry, I apologize about that. Moving on to the small forward position. Kevin Durant, like I said, one of the better plays, even if he only plays 20, 23 minutes. Um, I don't mind going back to it with Jalen Wells, but he's a little interesting just because of what happened last time. Let's see what else we got going on. Thibault, GPP only. Not much going on down there. Williams could be a GPP. Oh yeah, Jack Hez as well for Miami. He's been getting pretty good minutes, and he's only $3,000. So if he starts again, another guy that you can really look at. And then power forward briefly. Bam's not a bad spot. Like I said, I already mentioned Ware and how I feel about Ware. Um, and as I mentioned, Oscar Tshwiba. I always forget how to say his name. It's such a hard one for me. And then, like I said, Hendricks as well for the Jazz. So quite a bit of good little picks out there. Like I said, if you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys want premium, $5 for a day pass for 2 lineups per site, and also only $15 for the rest of the NBA preseason as well. Like I said, we have our Twitter in the comment section below. Click that link. We'll get you guys all set up, and also hit us up on email if you guys want to do that way. So once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one.